Ay, magsimula na tayo dyan. Okay. Hi, guys. Hi. Gusto ko lang magpasalamat sa inyo, guys. Mag-live tayo. Day, marami tayong pag-usapan, Day. Ayan, wala tayong mga ano dyan, mga Louis Vuitton dyan. Next time na lang, pakita din natin yung kitchen natin pag medyo malinis-linis na. Eto guys, pasensya na, sobrang late tayo nagsimula. I was hoping more like 30 minutes earlier, 45 minutes earlier. Kaso alam nyo naman guys, Friday traffic. Napakaganda talagang Pilipinas. Traffic pa lang. Traffic pa lang, wala na. Tapos nang usapan, yan na naman yung magulo natin. Hair, pero okay lang yan. Medyo magpa-Elvis Presley style. Jan. Ganon. Okay, ate. Okay, guys. Hi. Ayan na. Ma, nasan yung kape ko? Wala na, antok na. Sobrang... For some reasons, guys, for some reason, guys, mga kameta, since bumalik tayo from Estados Unidos, for some reason, medyo nag-reset na naman yung body clock natin. In fairness naman, in a good way. Dahil maaga na tayo gumigising, maaga rin tayo na naantok. So actually, antok ako bigla ngayon, which is something quite strange. Kasi usually, mga ganitong oras, medyo buhay na buhay tayo. Ayan. Si Totoy Bibo, block agad. Yan. Pero buhay na buhay tayo kung gusto natin mag-block ng mga trolls. Ayan, magkape tayo kasi guys, medyo... Ganun palang kung matanda ka na, yung maaga ka gumigising, tapos mga 8, 9 p.m. wala na. Sabaw ka na. Ganun palang feelings. Mga kameta. Ito marami tayong pag-usapan, maraming budol. Budol King. Ayan, pag-usapan natin ulit si Budol King. Pag-usapan din natin ng konti, guys. Bitcoin. Ito na. Marami na naman tayo maging kaaway. Nako, nag-type lang ako ng word na Bitcoin. Parang pansin ko parang nangyari, parang time ng elections. parang pag nag-aasar lang ako sa mga trolls. Hindi ko alam kung ibang tao tingin nila troll buster sila, pero tayo kasi mga 7-8 years na natin binabardagulan. Mga trolls ng harap-harapan na one by one. So mga million siguro mga trolls na na-bust natin throughout the years. But anyway, na-copyright na pala yun eh. Balikan natin ito mga guys. Hindi, ang tagal na tayo tinitroll and all. Tapos, dinagdagan ko pa yung troll list ko. So, nung panahon na elections, alam ko yung trigger point. Lalagay ko lang yung mga letter L, letter E, letter N, letter I. Yan, di pa tapos. Pag lumabas yung Lenny na word lang, biglang daming comments, daming biglang engagements. So minsan tinatroll ko yung mga trolls nung panahon ng elections. Naglalagay lang ako ng mga words na Lenny, tapos biglang ang dami mga comments na lalabas. Kasi alam natin, yan ang mga mga gusto ng mga kabudol natin, yung mga magbabash, no? Maglagay ka lang ng mga magic words. Minsan, Lenny, gumagana lang ako. Wala. Parang na-miss ko yung mga araw na yan. Ang dami natin mga kabudol na na-engage natin ng mga panahon na yan. Ngayon naman, napansin ko, ang pagtapat dyan sa budol na yan. Ayan, sorry guys, Ilocano. Budol. Naging budoy tuloy. Budol. Nako, word na Bitcoin. Paglagay ko lang ng word na Bitcoin sa Twitter, labas lang Bitcoin. Nako po, ang daming comments gagad sa baba. Obviously, yung mga nagko-comment dyan, karamihan dyan bot. As in, robot talaga obvious eh. Kasi automatic, wala pang literally 0.2 seconds, guys. 0.2 seconds. Ang haba ng sinulat sa baba. Bitcoin is the answer to all our problems in the world. Bitcoin is our ticket to freedom. Join us in this movement for charot. Yung mga ganyan, ang tagal na. So, obviously, bot yan. Di ba? Ang daming bot sa Twitter eh. Tapos, pansin ko, marami nag-react kagad dun sa mga pinost natin about Bitcoin. Hindi pa mga hindi pa high traffic hours yan. Hindi pa ako nag-hashtag Bitcoin, hashtag crypto, hashtag Ethereum, gano'n. Biglang dami ng mga sagot. No, ang crypto po ay sagot sa lahat. Parang narinig ko nga yung isang isang tumakbo sa Ocho Derecho, medyo all in na sa Bitcoin. Now, in fairness guys, just to be honest, medyo bumili naman tayo ng konting Bitcoin. Kaso wala pang ilang araw. Walang di na gumagana yung system, nag-shutdown na yung ay nako. Anyway, talagang so I'm not saying that someone who's like 100% skeptical, right? Or cynical, in fact. I'm just healthily skeptical about things. Things that are too complicated to understand, things that are too mysterious, things that are very much hyped up. Sounds like digong, right? Yung mga ganun, like, sounds like populism, right? Sounds like Bukele, El Salvador, okay? It sounds like that to me. So ako, I have a very healthy relationship with skepticism, diba? I have a very healthy relationship with skepticism. So akin lang naman, I need to see more evidence. Not vision, anarchist vision of utopia, ganun. Kasi, as we'll discuss later on, there are some fundamental limitations to Bitcoin, despite all the promises and all. And as I'll discuss to you guys later on, malaki ang stake ng ibang tao na i-hype up itong ayan na naman to, itong mga bobo itong mga troll. Ayan, tanggal na naman. Okay. Ay, natanggal na naman tayo. Yan ang troll busting. Live stream. Multiple platform. Pag troll agad, boom, tanggal ka agad. Yan ang troll busting. Anyway, medyo matagal-tagal natin ginagawa to Okay. So, mamaya pag-usapan natin ng Bitcoin. Medyo basic economics tayo, but we'll have to have some proper long conversations. Siguro gagawa ako ng mga explainers, shorts, mga ganun about it. No, because we have to talk about two things. Fiduciary money, medyo maging technical na tayo. And sovereign guarantee, isa yan. And the other thing is, of course, yung notion of intrinsic value. Now, to be fair, yung isang kaibigan natin, si Kristan, yung mga minamahal yung Kristan, I promise him na soon, guys, hopefully in the coming days and all, medyo muna tayo ng birthday at saka weekends. Thank you so much. Hi guys. Yan. So hopefully, God willing, next week, kausapin natin si Kristan. Kasi, in fairness kay Chris, he's a genuinely good person. He's legit. He makes his arguments very respectfully and well. So I'm more than happy to discuss with Kristan yung positives ng Bitcoin and crypto. But if you want to have an objective, both sides of the, coin kind of, both sides of the Bitcoin kind of analysis, I'm your guy, right? Ang akin lang kasi, guys, yeah, exactly, right? I hear words like it's a financial cult, it's a kind of a finance religion or whatever. Ang akin naman, the problem kasi with Bitcoin is its value is highly determined through network effect. Meaning, the more people sign up to Bitcoin, the more akyat yung value ng Bitcoin. So, kung ikaw ay maraming Bitcoin, you have every interest in the universe, right? Whether in the universe of mga kapudul or universe ng mga legit people, to hype it up. Because the more people come in, the more it pushes up the value of what you already have. The more people lose trust in Bitcoin, they move into other cryptocurrencies or non-cryptocurrencies, bababa yung value ng Bitcoin. So actually, once you become a major Bitcoin owner, let's say hindi yung katulad natin na mga ilan lang, you have actually direct interest in hyping it up. But because we have good friends like Kristan, who are, I think, very honest, very good persons, we'll try to talk about the other side of it. But anyway, before tayo pupunta sa Bitcoin, eto, balikan natin si Budol King. Alright, pag-usapan natin yan. Because guys, some very interesting things are happening. So kahapon, mahabang usapan to bago tayo pupunta kay tatay. Bago tayo pumunta sa both sides of the Bitcoin. Although I'll say more the skeptical side because we'll have Kristan to reiterate more of the positive side. And by the way, gusto ko rin pag-usapan yung effect ng entry ng institutional investors. Kasi if you remember, towards the end of last year, right? Before January 10, meron tayong Bitcoin episodes with Kristan. And both of us agreed that the value of Bitcoin is gonna go higher once institutional investors come in, once the Securities and Exchange Commission in the US clears the entry of yung mga established institutionalized financial institutions. And last time I checked, over the past month or so, more than 40% yung increase ng Bitcoin. So yung mga Bitcoin club ngayon ay sobrang excited sila ngayon. Because in a way, they have been proven right. But at the same time, let's not get too much ahead of ourselves, because as far as Bitcoin is concerned, the current levels are more or less where it was in November 2021 or 2020 or something like that. So we're still far away from $1 million or $100,000 territory. We're just above $60,000. But 40% increase in the past 3 to 4 weeks. A, it was not surprising na forecast yan. And B, wow, that's a big. Find me another business, legit business, when you can make 40% profit in a single month or so. So that's why I'm not dismissive totally of Bitcoin. And as I said, conservatively, medyo nag-invest tayo ng konti sa Bitcoin. Like super conservative, like Ilocano level of conservative, right? Because as I said, hindi ako hater. Hindi ako totally dismissive. But we have to have healthy skepticism towards these things. But anyway, before we going to the Bitcoin issue, because in a way, gusto ko to set the tone dun sa conversation natin, hopefully with Chris Tan soon, because I want to be fair, and I want to also for Bitcoin representatives or supporters, advocates to also get more involved in this. Anyway, ang akin lang is medyo natataas yung kilay ko yung mga sinasabi ng iba na ang Bitcoin po ang sagot sa lahat ng problema. Hindi na resolve yung spirit ng ETSA revolution, Bitcoin tayo. Iniwan ka ng jowa mo, i-Bitcoin mo yan. Gusto mong pumayat, gusto mong maging mag-Bitcoin, yung mga ganon. Yung mga ganon. Medyo parang si Robin Hood pag any problem. Nako, sagot dyan, chacha. Constitutional amendment po ang sagot dyan. Di ba? Sabihin mo, walang investment sa Pilipinas. Nako po, yan ang sagot dyan, ang constitutional change. Sabihin mo, ang West Philippine Sea, binubuli tayo. Palitan po natin ang constitution natin at lahat maging yung ganon. Yung mga ganon, di ba? Medyo But anyway, pag-usapan natin si Budol King, di ba? Kasi very interesting mga developments. Balikan natin itong unit team na ito. Alright? Hindi ko na alam anong pangalanan ko sa kanila. Let's call them love-hate team. Kasi may mga araw nag-aaway sila, may mga araw na hate-hate sila. So actually, nag-agree ako dun sa mga ibang nag-comment na parang, ano ba yan? Parang na yan eh. Naging corny yan eh. Honestly, tama yan. Medyo naging corny na yung unit team drama na yan. It looks like parang scripted na siya. Just to create hype. I'm not saying BBM is onto this. Kasi obviously na-insulto siya ng big time. Pero hindi ako nagtataka yung kabila. May interest na magha-hype ng issue na ito, or may interest na gagawa ng drama to stay relevant. Or as I said, the madman theory. Magdadrama ka, manggugulo ka para matakot yung isa na ipapasok ang ICC. Anyway, one of the interesting things we have seen right now is Digong is not only changed tone pagdating sa charter change. So suddenly, as we discussed in our vlog kahapon, biglang 100% support si Digong sa Chacha. Economic Chacha, obviously, kasi ayaw niya mawala ng anak niya maging presidente in 2028, di ba? But nag-change tone siya in a way na dinideny pa niya na sinabi niya na drug addict or drug alam niya na, di ba? Although as we discussed kahapon, naku po, sana naman kung actually, honestly, I was thinking kanina, sana, yung mga journalist na nagtatanong kay tatay at nag-attend dun sa kanyang press conference, pag nagtatanong kayo, wag hayaan na, magdadrama lang yan na he'll get away with it. Ipakita mo yung basis mo, di ba? So kung tinanong mo siya, na sir, paano yung sinabi mong insulto na tapos ganyan ang sagot niya.
Maawa ka naman sa akin. Matanda na ako.
Oh,
Kung Marcos, bangag noon. Ngayong presidente na, bangag natin ang presidente.
Oh, di ba? Ipakita mo sa kanya. Di ba, sir, ito yung sinabi mo?
Na presidente.
Ayan, nagmura pa.
Ako'y mayor.
Oh, di ba? Sabi ko kung mag-journalist ka.
Presidente. Nung ako'y mayor.
Yan.
Bangag natin ang presidente.
Oh, di ba?
May drug addict tayo na presidente.
Oh,
Nung ako'y
kaya kung ako'y mayor, hindi, kung ako yung journalist, ipapakita ko, tatay naman, kakasabi mo lang ganun. Meron pang gusto mong pagpa-drug test daw kayo. Anong tawag mo yan, di ba? I'm sure may palusot na naman yan. But that's my point. If you're gonna go for hard questions, make sure may follow-up ka kaagad. Ang dali lang naman, ilabas mo kaagad yung phone mo. Siguraduhin mo lang yung phone mo, hindi kasing luma ng phone natin. Medyo bago-bago pang phone, kaya mataas yung volume. Pasensya na, di ba? Para marinig, sir naman, kakasabi mo lang, bangag. Kakasabi mo lang, drug addict, nagmura ka pa. Di ba? Kakasabi mo lang, mag-drug test. Ipakita mo, live mo, ha. I'm sure tatawanan niya and all, but you have to do that, guys. You have to do that. Kaya ako, isa sa mga favorite kong journalist, although I don't agree with him sometimes, and minsan feeling ko sablay. Like, feeling ko yung ginawa niyang interview with Senator Trillanes, that was a bad interview. I don't think it was a good one. I'm talking about si Stephen Sucker ba yan? Ang pangalan niya? I hope I pronounce it properly. Sa Heart Talk sa BBC. Heart Talk BBC is actually one of my favorite programs nung kabataan pa natin, 'di ba? I learned a lot from this kasi alam mo naman medyo combative style tayo. I really like it. Super maganda siya. Pero feeling ko yung pangit yung interview niya kay Trillanes kasi parang DDS pang dating niya. The way na in-attack niya si Trillanes. I think si Sunny was not prepared for that. Kasi isipin niya, BBC, syempre BBC will be on side of reason. Medyo I think too hostile. But anyway, gusto ko yung style niya kasi ganun. If may sasabihin ka na bola-bola, ipapakita niya. Or at least babasahin niya. Kunyari, in-interview niya yung dictator, sabihin natin ng Uganda. Tapos sinabi ng dictator ng Uganda na ano sabi niya, parang, no, in our country, we treat well these communities, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but didn't you, sir, on date this and that? And sasabihin niya yung buong quote. But this is exactly what you said last month. So how can you tell us, blah, blah, blah? Dapat ganon. Hindi bastos, hindi confrontational, pero firm. Diba? Firm. Kasi otherwise, you're just giving platform na lang to the other side to get away with things. Diba? To get away with things. Or ginawa mo na lang carnivalesque. Diba? Carnivalesque. Medyo may pagka-postmodern nga si Digong. To be honest, ang tingin ko kay Digong is our first postmodern president. Kasi yung relationship niya with truth and facts ay very postmodern. Very relativistic. Very, heterogeneous, mga ganyan. Diba? Medyo kakaiba. Simulacra. Diba? May pagka-French postmodern version siyang ganon. So you have to really, you have to push back and show it. In fairness, I would say, si Karen Davila, hindi ko sinasabi dahil kaibigan natin yan, in fairness, she tends to do that. No, in fairness, sa Philippines, in the Philippine context, I think Karen Davila comes closest to that among the prominent anchors and all. Pero sa akin, dapat de rigor yan. Dapat de rigor yan. When you're dealing with people who are I want to use the word pathologically, medyo clinical mo siya. Let's just say congenial or chronical truth shy, all right? Or chronical facts buster, di ba? Ayaw ng facts first, ganon. Yung mga ganun type, you have to be tough with them. You have to, draw the line and you have to show it to them. And dito nasa cellphone mo lang sana. Lakasan mo ng konti. Sana medyo bago-bago pa ng phone. And then boom. Now, so that's one issue that we discussed. Ayan na naman, sasabihin niya, move on na tayo. Ganun naman kayo eh. Ganyan naman kayo eh. Pag nahuhuli yung manok nyo, sasabihin niya, move on na. Diba? Pero kung kayong go lang kayo ng ilang taon binash ni Digong ang mga dilawan. Hanggang ngayon nga, binabash pa rin nila. Diba? Hanggang ngayon, mga DJs, binabash pa rin nila. Tapos sasabihin niyo, move on kayo. Hello, kayo nga, inaayong mag-move on eh. Anyway, going back to this. That's one recalibration, tactical recalibration that Digong has done over the past few days, which is suddenly, dinideny niya lahat yung mga attack niya kay Digong. Almost exactly a month ago. And then suddenly also, support mode siya 100% dito sa Chacha. But as I said, the other important marker of trying to understand ano yung direction or trajectory ng political tactics and positioning ni Digong is yung issue ni Quiboloy. Alright, yan. Finally, we're here. And this is where things are interesting. Honestly, one reason na naging active tayo sa social media is because of good friends, bloggers like si Mark Gamboa. And please, guys, stop bashing the guy, alright? Of course, he's not a believer in Lenin and all of that. That doesn't mean that he's a believer in the other side or whatever, okay? Gusto ko si Mark because he's the one who told me, Richard, sayang kung yung mga iniisip mga ideas ay nandun lang sa traditional media or dun sa mga, I don't know, literati chattering classes. Get the message out and get the message out in the way you're comfortable with. Diba? Yung ganitong style na ganon. Right? And in more regular basis. Diba? Every day. Ganon. So, but the other thing I really appreciate with Mark is, one way na predict namin itong uniteam drama na ito, right, is because tinitignan namin, in some cases, directly, kinakausap namin, dinedebate namin, at least in my case, dinedebate natin, yung mga big influencers ng DDS camp or yung mga malapit sa BBM camp or whatever, right? And we follow ano yung mga sinasabi nila at saka yung yung trajectory ng kanilang positioning. Kasi may may script yung mga yan eh. May positioning yan, may algorithm yung mga yan eh. Alam na, 'di ba? Di ba? Yung iba nga mercenary pa nga eh, 'di ba? So, noon pala nakikita namin yung the direction of the wind, 'di ba? Parang ganun ka. So, one of the things we notice is dito sa issue ni Kiboy, for instance, yung mga hardcore supporters ni Digong hindi nag-stand behind si Kiboy. Especially when things got really, really testy for Kiboy. Starting with the SMNI episode, the whole Badoy, Bayani, mga Harry Roque, mga ganyan, the whole episode drama in the House of Representatives, yung suspension of SMNI, and then now you have this situation whereby si Quiboloy is saying, Quiboloy is essentially saying, ayoko na magpakita because I feel threatened, blah blah blah, drama, okay? And then of course, katulad ng pinakita natin ng isang araw, si BBM pinagtawanan lang niya, di ba? Bakit ka nagano? Wala namang gusto magano sa'yo, di ba? Relax ka lang, pakita ka lang, explain mo yung side mo, tapos na usapan, problem solved. Well, guess what? Digong is saying now exactly the same thing as BBM, right? So on one hand, suddenly you have isa pang block natin, yan ang troll busting, all right? Live, real time, year after year after year, all right? Yan ang ginagawa natin dito, guys, para we create a safe space for people, para they enjoy naman itong discussion natin. Okay, balikan natin ito, guys. Hindi, may papatulan sana ako. Sabi ko, wag na lang. Hindi naman inibastos, boy. Actually, may mga mini-mention ng pangalan ng mga ibang journalist dyan. May sasabihin na sana ako, pero sabi ko, wag na. Anyway. Mahabang usapan yan. Biglang hot waters tayo dyan. Okay. Mamaya na yan. May Bitcoin pa tayo. Marami tayong mga troll and bashers. Wag natin dagdagan kaagad. Alright? Dami nga nagalit sa akin. In fairness nga, marami nag-comments. Sir, mother naman. Guys naman, bakit naman dyan? Bakit Sino si Kiko de Republica Sur, Isa si Digong bien falta, gayet. Loko talaga. Anyway, balikan natin ito Bueno, okay? Let's get back to business. Guys, ito. Now you have a situation where Digong is essentially echoing the line of BBM. And this is with respect to someone who's his lifetime friend and all of that. So, hindi lang Digong denied that binigyan siya ng bags of guns or anything like that. Tapos nagbiro-biro lang siya and he got away with it na naman. Ito, bigla si Digong, ito yung advice niya. Just get yourself arrested. Parang, huwag ka na magdrama dyan. Magpakita ka na lang dyan. Ganyan, di ba? Ito so dun sa isang press conference ni Tatay, sabi na, just get yourself arrested. This is a free country. If you don't want to go there sa Senado, then get yourself arrested. I'll give him the free choice. Diba? Very nonchalant. Diba? Parang wala lang. Ganyan lang. At sabi na naman, parang maliit lang kaso lang naman yan eh. I'm not sure maliit na kaso yan kasi yung FBI, medyo mataas na criminal case po yan na tipong even the US State Department had to make a big statement about it. Sabi ni Digong, America would not prioritize that. He's free to roam around the country. His case is in America, not here. He doesn't have a case in the Philippines, so he's free to roam around the country. See, he's free to roam the country around the to roam around. Roam na nga, around pa. Eh, to go around the country, roam the country, whatever. Okay? Yun yung sinabi ni Digong. Okay? But guys, grabe naman. Remember, the cases that are sinampa sa kanya. So first of all, hindi po accurate yung sinabi ni Digong. To put it mildly, as usual, hindi na naman accurate yung sinasabi niya. But the important thing is, why is he being so dismissive about it when the other side is saying, nako, malaking kaso talaga eh. Guys, ito, pakita ko lang sa inyo yung kaso, mga kaso. Just to remind people what kind of allegations or criminal cases we're talking about. Kaya seryoso yan kasi FBI ang pinag-usapan dito, guys. Ito tignan nyo guys. Grabe naman to. Sex trafficking by force, fraud and coercion, sex trafficking of children, marriage fraud, fraud and misuse of visas, bulk cash smuggling, promotional money laundering, concealment money laundering, international promotional money laundering. I mean, medyo next level ito mga to. Ito yung mga indictments by a federal jury in a district court in California in late 2021. Dami yun, ha? Sex trafficking by force, fraud and coercion, sex trafficking of children, marriage fraud, fraud and misuse of visas, bulk cash smuggling, promotional money laundering, concealment money laundering, international promotional money laundering. Like, this is no joke, guys. Kaya yung US Embassy nagsabi na, for more than a decade, etong si Kiboy engaged in serious human rights abuses, including a pattern of systematic and pervasive rape of girls as young as 11 years old. Yan yung sinabi ng US Embassy. And he's currently on the FBI's most wanted list. We're confident daw na itong tao na to will face justice for his heinous crimes. So how can Digong say, wala lang yan, minor lang yan, when you have a superpower country's embassy saying, walang ano yan, walang takas yan, hindi ka makakalusod dyan, eventually there'll be something. And all of these guys, just when you have a president in BBM who's actually very friendly with the United States. Guys, very friendly with the United States. So actually, to be honest, parang mas tama yung sinasabi ni Quiboloy kasi sinasabi ni Digong eh. Diba? Ang sinasabi ni Digong parang wala lang yan eh. Ay, America lang yan, okay lang yan, chill ka lang. Actually, mabigat itong mga mga indictments na yan, diba? And they won't be a federal indictments based on haka-haka lang. So, this is a serious stuff we're talking about. So, why would Digong be so dismissive suddenly about this issue? Diba? You would expect Digong to come out guns blazing and saying, United States, conspiracy, they want to bring my good friend down. Yung mga ganun. Like, guys, ito yung sinabi ng US. So, this is no joke. Alright? Hindi ito biro, guys. Big time ito. Big time itong mga allegations na ito. So, mas accurate pa siguro sinasabi ni Kiboy dito kaysa kay Digong, which is an interesting situation of a totally diametrically opposed interpretation of a quite serious situation. So, what's going on here? So, what is going on here? Right? So, what is going on here? Now, let me show you guys anong advice ni Marcos, and then just look at it. It almost exactly mirrors positioning ni Digong. So after all, may pagka-unit team sila pagdating sa case ni Kiboy. There is a unit team. This is what Marcos said. Alright, lalagay natin ng English translation. And then tingnan nyo, compare nyo dun sa sinabi ni Digong. It's the same essentially. Both of them are very dismissive about it. Just say, magpakita ka lang. Wala naman yan. Para, relax ka lang dyan. Diba? There's nothing biggie here. Ayan o. Pakita natin yan. Para, you see, this is an interesting situation whereby suddenly Digong is playing nice to Marcos, saying na wala naman siyang sinabing masama, saying na I'll support your chacha, and then essentially echoing the line of BBM. Right? O, ba't nawala to? Diba, papakita natin talaga to guys kasi hindi ito marites lang. Okay? Kailangan natin na may resibo lahat. Ganun lang po. May resibo. Bago tayo pumunta sa Bitcoin. Ayan So Digong says this, just get yourself arrested. Wala yan. This is a free country. Wala naman eh. Free choice lang yan. Maliit lang kaso lang yan. Minor cases lang yan. No? Tapos tignan mo yung sinabi ni BBM naman. Sabi naman BBM, well, I would just advise him na just kung meron siyang sasabihin, he has an opportunity hearings both in the House and in Senate to say his side of the story. Kaya po sinasabi, hindi totoo yan, hindi totoo na walang nangyaring ganyan, referring dun sa mga sinasabi ni Kiboy, na they're out to get him, blah, blah, blah. So, this is very interesting convergence of positioning between Duterte and BBM. And to consider how close Kiboy is supposed to be to Duterte. So, Duterte, again, you can see really he's a politician after all, right? Talagang, Niccolo Machiavelli. Alright, okay. Very interesting. But, I'll tell you what, speaking of Machiavellian situation, just when Digong is taking positions which are very, very close dun sa positions ni BBM, or at least, he's walking back lahat ng mga attack niya kay BBM. Just a month ago, nasa harap ng buong mundo, nasa harap ng buong cameras natin, etc.